Let me show you how much of a progress I've made until the beginning of September. These two products, so Hula Lit and Tarte Blush in Exposed, are still waiting to be used. So this Hula Lit was used 5 times since the beginning of the year and this Tarte Blush 6 times, but I will start using them in October. These two shades, the black one and this duochrome, were used 7 times, but otherwise the rest of the shades in this palette were used 8 times. This Essence blush in shade Beaming was used 10 times. This gold and those 3 shades were used 11 times. And this brown shade, the same as this Art Deco eyeshadow primer, Maybelline Color Tattoo in Socialite and this Catrice Tinted Serum Foundation in 004 were used 12 times. This second shade from Marc Jacobs and this Whole Wizard palette were used 13 times. This Maybelline Brown eyeliner was used 14 times. And this lipstick, so Pillow Talk, the shade from Lisa Eldridge Romy and the shade from Lisa Eldridge that is called Audrey, were used 15 times. And shade Lisa and this first shade from Marc Jacobs were used 16 times. This Milani bronzer and this Essence eyeshadow in shade Flirting were used 18 times, and I hit pan on this bronzer on my 18th usage. This Catrice Tinted Serum Foundation in 010N was used 19 times, and this one in 030C and this Tarte Tartelette Tubing Mascara were used 20 times. L'Oreal True Match Foundation in shade 1.5N Linen was used 23 times, and this one in shade 1.N Ivory, I used it 25 times. And I will declutter it because it sits too heavy on my skin and it creases. It doesn't matter how I use it, or with sponge or with brush or with fingers, it still doesn't look good on my skin, and it's also too fair for me. So this one will be decluttered. So these are my mainly focus for the September. So those 3 foundation and mascara and this lipstick in shade Audrey and this Essence eyeshadow will be easier for me to hit 25 goals, but a little bit of a challenge will be this Milani bronzer, since I'm also doing Pan That Face palette and I'm so close with the bronzer. And we only have 4 months of the year. So I decided that I will focus 2 months on this Viseart Serenus Etendu, 1 month on this Viseart Petites for Isolde, and 1 month on this Marc Jacobs. So for the month of September, my goal is to bring uses of these pens in this palette to 15, but I will not prohibit myself to use any of those 2 shades as a complementary palette. So my plan is to use this one in September, this one in October, and again this one in September, and I will focus on this small one in December, but I will see how much of a progress I will make until the end of November, and maybe I will focus on some single shades. So see you again in the beginning of October when I will show you how much of a progress I've made in September.